Welcome to the video, guys, as we take a walk in nature and learn English naturally. And as we can see on the ground, okay, we start off this video, you can see gravel on the ground. Okay, you walk on gravel, it's like a path, and you can see it goes all the way around this house right here, and it goes to the right hand side. So as we can see some other things as we progress here, you can see a car right there. That is a car which allows you to drive around on the road, and this is actually made of gravel. Okay, right here we have some trees, tall trees, okay, and that is for some surroundings and for some shelter. Right here we have something called a gate. Okay, this is a gate that allows you to block off your house, so it's more safe. If you have pets or something like that, they can enjoy your house without escaping. And right there you can see, I don't know if I can zoom in on that, but that is a boat right there. Okay, a boat allows you to travel around on the water, and you can have some fun on your boat. Right here we have a satellite dish, okay, which allows you to enjoy television with your family and friends. Right here we have another boat. As you can see, this right here is a house. Okay, this particular house is a park home, okay, which allows you to, it's like a temporary house for camping and things of that nature. So right here we have the difference between a gate right there, and right here we have some smaller shrubs. Shrubs is just for scenery and things like that into your house, and this is what we call a tall fence. Okay, and right here next to the tall fence on the right hand side we have a street lamp. Okay, right here, street lamp going all the way up there, and you can see some trees on the right hand side. So we're going to progress right here, and I just noticed that we have a bird. Okay, a bird which flies around in the sky, can also walk on the ground looking for food and worms and stuff like that. So that would be a bird. Okay, so when you take a look at this gate of that particular house, you can see it's quite small, but here you have a taller gate right here, and you can see if you go through here you can open it up right there and you can walk through there. Okay, walking means that you're just going with your feet through the gate. Okay, we're going to progress along here, and we have an automatic light right here. So this light will actually come on when it gets dark. Okay, so that's an automatic light. Okay, and right here another house, more of a permanent house. Okay, so this will allow you to live with your family in a house. So we're gonna move along right here, and we have some good scenery today, so that's good. Some more, this is what you would call a bush. Okay, a bush that is just here to block off between this house and this house right here. You would put a bush right there for some privacy. Privacy allows you to have some time on your own without people looking at you. This right here would be a small fence, and the only downside about a small fence like this is that kids and dogs can jump over that. Okay, and but that's if you don't have kids and you don't have a dog, that is perfect. Okay, and if you can see right here, this is a tree, more like a tree for scenery as opposed to a tree for shelter, because as you can see there's no leaves on this particular tree, and leaves just allow you to get some shelter from the sun on a hot summer's day. I don't know if you can see that right now. I'll zoom in right here, but there you have an aeroplane flying in the sky right here, a passenger aeroplane flying through the sky, transporting passengers on their flight. Okay, and right here you have a swing. A swing allows you to play with your kids. on the swing, and it's quite fun to do something like that. So there goes the plane across the sky, and that is actually a 747 aircraft that's going to allow you to transport passengers. So that's pretty cool. If you can see in the background right there, we have a river. Okay, that is a river, and boats can go onto the river, and you can do things like skiing on the river, wakeboarding on the river, fishing on the river, and all these types of activities. Here's some people right here on the jetty of the river. So the jetty allows you to walk. As you can see, people will walk on that jetty and get to their boats and start fishing and loading their boats with their fishing stuff and their families. Okay, so then we're going to take a look at more about that river in a moment. But as you can see, this would be a light. I don't know if there's actually a light in there, but when it gets dark, you could turn on the light in there and have some light. Okay, so when it comes to boats, okay, boats, you get various different types of boats that allow you to either travel with the boat or entertain people with the particular boat. So you can see this is what you call a pot plant. You can put it's like a pot at the bottom, and you can put your plants at the top. We have 1, 2, 3 pot plants, and these right here are tiles, and it's actually like a step up. Okay, and you have to step up onto the tiles. And here you have various other boats, as you can see right here. This is more like an entertainment boat, and there, I don't know if you can see that right there, but I'll point to it. That is actually a canoe. Okay, so 1 or 2 people can go onto that canoe and have a good time on the river. So we'll step down off that step, and we'll continue going towards the river and see. So here you have some flowers. Okay, these are flowers, and they smell pretty good. Here you have another plant and another street light. Okay, right here, this would be called a gate. Okay, a gate that you would walk through. It's locked right now, so locked means that it's just secured with this lock right here. Nobody can enter through this gate. Okay, but this is what I was talking about with a jetty. People will unlock this gate, they'll walk down the jetty, and then they can go onto their boat. Okay, similar to the one that you have right there with the people. Okay, so we'll move along here, and this is what you would call a bench. So you can see a bench right here, which will allow people to sit on there and watch the river. Okay, so if you notice these orange balls in the river right here, these are called buoys. Okay, not buoys like your son or something, but a buoy that basically tells you where it's getting shallow in the river and where boats can park. So there's the view of the other house right there. Okay, that would be the view of the other house. And this right here, if you can see it, we have grass. I don't know if I've mentioned it, grass and dirt right here. I don't want to get too close here, but this would be a cliff. Okay, you do not want to walk off this cliff because you'll have a long drop into the water and get injured. So that's not something that you would want to happen. Right here we have a seat. Okay, this would be a seat where you can sit. So I will sit down on the seat, and you can watch the river from this point of view, which is pretty nice. Okay, if I get up right now, this is what you would call an ashtray, a big ashtray where people can put their cool drink cans and cigarette butts into there. Another small house right here with a very exceptional view of the river right here. And if we take a look at this river and look right there, and you can see just on the top of the river right there, you have mountains and a path where people can walk on top of those mountains and also take the view of the river. Okay, here you would have a seat. Okay, and now we'll go further along and we'll get some more shrubs and bushes for scenery. This is what you call a bird feeder. Okay, you would put bird food into the bird feeder so the birds can start feeding from the bird feed. And here we have another swing, a swing right here where you can play. Okay, I'll just move it. You can see that you kids or something like that can play on the swing, surrounded and secured with these poles right here. Okay, so these poles is secure. Okay, this one's quite flimsy. Okay, flimsy just means it's not the most secure operation right here, but that'll do. And here we have another light. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up this English learning lesson out in nature. If you got value from this video, I'd appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.